Hello and welcome everyone to our interview series in Conversation. In this fast paced world, the youth is fortunate to be surrounded by technological advances to their advantage that are perpetually aiding them to grow and lead. The decade ahead of us requires much sustainable planning and authoritarian leaders to reach the goals. Anushika Jain, the founder and CEO of Global Shala, is one of the young leaders who has proudly stepped up and pledged to abide by the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations and pave the way for numerous opportunities for many others. Let's get in conversation with her. Hello, Anushika. How are you?
Radhika, I am good. What about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. So, shall we begin?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
All right. So, tell us what is Global Shala?
Global Shala is basically an engagement platform where we are trying to empower students and educators through education and experiential learning. We are providing them an opportunity or a platform where they can actually express themselves, explore what is new and what is available for them around the globe, can experience with us in terms of, what works for them, what doesn't work for them, what field of work excites them, what is like, not of their interest and things like that. At the same time, we also help them to engage with us and learn and grow. So this is what we are trying to do
All
with
right. So,
Global
how
Shop.
did it come to being?
It all started with my last internship or last job. Or if we just go ahead a bit, it started with my graduation years because at that point of time, I was completely clueless on what to do. And I assume that this is the case with 80 to 90% of the people around. And it is okay to don't know what to do after your college or what you need to do because you don't know, right?
Yes,
So
right.
it started from there, and then I started exploring. The only thing that I was up for it was that I will explore as many fields as possible because I don't know what not to do or what to do. So then I started exploring, and then out of my one of my exploration path, I ended up with the internship at Globally Recruit. There, they were catering American universities to create their brand awareness and things like that. While working out there, I felt that, this is something that was not just with me, it was with everyone around me at least, and then many more too. So
Hmm.
then from that point, we decided that, what about starting a platform that can help people like me to grow and explore. I got that opportunity randomly, but I want to make sure that I am mindful enough to create those opportunities for other people. So that is how Global Shaka came into the picture.
Okay, so that's wonderful. So, were there hurdles, while you were trying to establish Global Shala?
Definitely yes. And the biggest hurdle was me myself because I was having and it is very common, right? And you might also have it, other people might also have it. The perception about what I can do was my biggest hurdle because at that point of time I was 20 or 21 and
Hmm.
thinking of a company of your own where you can work with American universities, being a female. It's just like just societal. It was not with me, but I'm just saying because it might be the case with a lot of people. So being a female, being 20 or 21-year-old, you have just entered into your adulthood, and believing that yes, you can do it was the biggest hurdle. I think that.
So, how do you think this helped you, in your journey with Global Shala in the past few months?
I truly believe that it has helped me a lot to grow as myself. It helped me to become who I am more day by day. Because what we do in Global Shala is we ask each one of us, our team members, and everyone to trust themselves, to believe in themselves, and then grow and be comfortable with who they are. So my biggest thing is, or the thing that I have realized in the past time was, I cannot do it unless I believe in it. So overall, last few months have helped me tremendously to grow up as a professional, as an individual, and as who I am. So that is how this journey has been helpful for me.
All right, so throughout this journey while establishing Global Shala, what would you say was the biggest risk that you took?
The biggest risk, I don't think it will be as such anything, but like biggest step that I have taken was to trust myself. It was it was a risk in a way because at that point of time I was very vulnerable on what I can do, what I cannot do. So kind of starting a Global Shala as a company separately, running everything, not hiring or employing highly seasoned person was itself a risk for me, not from company point of view, but as my perception itself, because that was the point which can make me or break me. So that was the biggest risk that I have ever taken.
And how do you think taking that risk has changed your life?
It has helped me to grow as an individual. It has helped me to
Again.
extend the opportunities to other people too. So I feel
Mhm.
very good and proud seeing that, I am able to help people who are in the same place as I was a year ago. So that
Mhm.
has, that feels very good, and, it gives purpose to life. So that is how this has played out.
All right, so what are your current goals in your life,
So
with Global Shala? Yeah.
okay. So when we talk about my current goal at this point of time, my goal is to just make sure that my team is growing, because as long as they grow, we grow.
Mhm.
So that is my personal current goal. When we talk about Global Shala's goal, we are planning to extend thousands in opportunities in the coming months. And we want to reach out the goal of spending out more than 10,000 internships in the coming 1 or 2 years. That is the biggest goal that we are working on for the short run.
Okay, so what would you say are the 5-year goals for Global Shala? Where do you see your company in the next 5 years?
So when we talk about next 5 years, first of all, it's a very long time, okay? But still, we have some idea or vision on where we want to see us. We want to be in a position where we can expand the same set of opportunities in all 7 continents much more rigorously. So in 5 years, we see Global Shala's presence in all 7 continents. That is one of our major goal. Second goal is we want to reach out the goal of million opportunities throughout the world. You can start the countdown right now too, or maybe from the point we started, or however you want to do
That's
it. So
yeah.
far, so that big. So
Okay.
that is where we are working, and we
Right.
hope that everyone will support, and we'll try to experiment, because it is actually you can support by experimenting. That's all you need to do. Come and
I'm
explore.
always there. Always
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
Okay, so my next question would be, who do you look up for inspiration?
I look up for my parents basically for inspiration, because they have been a constant support. Like it's not like ultimately it's like individual journey, right? We have to
Mhm.
live our way on our own, but it
Mhm.
really make a difference if you have a supporting family.
True.
They let me do whatever I want to. Like in my college, first I said I want to do masters. They were like, fine, go. Then I said no, now I do not want to do my masters. They were like, fine, don't do it. Then I started internship. Then I was like, I want to do a remote working. I do not want to relocate. They were like, fine. Then, I was not even completed my final year exams. And then I was like, I want to, just go for a job. And then they were like, all we want is do not become a dropout. Complete your exams. If you can manage it side by side, good. If you cannot, then just hold for 1 month at least.
One part.
So
Okay.
that happened. And similarly, also, even when my job was going all well, I was getting a lot of opportunities and growth out there. Then, one random day I was like, now I want to leave that company and I want to start a company of my own. Then also they were very supportive. So that was, I can say my biggest inspiration and motivation.
It's a great thing to have such a supportive family, especially when you're really young and you want to start something of your own, right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay, so what are the most important attributes, you would uh, link with successful leaders today?
So when we talk about leaders today, the whole workforce is changing, right?
Mhm.
From kindergarten to PhD, everything is different. So at
Mhm.
this point of time, what I believe is being a leader means you understand the people and team well. It's about your team internally and how you look at other people outside too, because unless you know what kind of person they
Mhm.
are, what they like, what they don't like, how to push them to grow, by that time you won't be able to actually help them to grow, and then it will work out like they also just want us to work. That's all. So I think at this point of time, so far we have just seen that IQ is important, EQ is important. But now, based on the trend, remote working, global workforce, I truly believe that the CQ, which is cultural importance, is also very important with IQ and EQ.
Okay,
So that
great.
is
Thank
the
you.
biggest attribute that I.
So, in the company culture, I would like to ask, like, how do you keep your team motivated despite conflicts and, obstacles that come in your way?
Like this is a very tricky question because I cannot say that I succeed 100% times, but I
Mhm.
definitely try. There will be conflicts. And
Mhm.
another thing that we are having with Global Shala is all of us are learning. Okay, no
Mhm.
one is like that they have figured out everything or they are a seasoned professional. We are just growing professionals. So it is first very difficult to hold back to, like it is always like we are in the rush to say that no, this is not going good, this is going good, you have done this wrong and done this right. But lately, like over the past few months, I have realized that giving them space and opportunity to explore and discuss it out is the best way to reduce conflicts. If my team member A and B have different issues, different problem, best way is call them together, ask them to talk it out, listen what they are trying to say, and then try to, like ask each one of them to take opposite stand on why do you think that person is right and why do you think you could be wrong. So this
Mhm.
generally help them to think what might go wrong or what is going right, and that really help to minimize conflicts. So we still have a long way to go because it really depends upon how you're applying and things like that. But talking it out, communicating, listening actually helps.
Okay. So, amidst this, how do you align your organization with your vision and mission?
So it is very important for my team also to share the same vision, as long as they are aligned and understand why that vision is important and they feel that they are a part of something big, they
Mhm.
will get aligned with the mission and vision on their own. Because the way it helps and feels after knowing that you have contributed to someone else's journey to grow, it really feels good. So like overall it comes down to it is important to make sure that my team knows what are the vision, where we are going, and at the same time they know that they are contributing because they are contributing big time. So that helps to get these things done.
Tell me, what are you exactly searching when you're hiring the new employees? What are the most important traits you would say?
So, like when I look for a person, I always look for how curious they are and how willing to learn they are. Because, like your curiosity and your willingness to learn will always be way greater than your IQ. Like, so that is what I look for. They should be hunger to learn and they should stay curious. That's all. Two things.
Okay, great. So tell us about the unique events organized by Global Shala.
When we talk about unique events, like we have our latest event going on, which is Superhero U. There we, just extending our same vision. We are inspired by United Nations. So our all the events, like all the major events, will have one or the other element of sustainable development goals. So in this competition also, we have asked participants to create a superhero. They can just imagine, they need to just think it through and create a superhero and give them some superpower to fight some of the global problem, which in one way or the other can connect back to sustainable development goals. So this is one of the competition that we have, which is like going on. Another big competition that we are planning to organize is in the line of budding entrepreneurs, because we know that the current curriculum and the current education that we are getting is not ready for future of work. So it is like, if you will research more and if you will learn actually more, you will realize that whatever jobs we are having right now, after 5 years or 10 years, 80% of the job won't exist. So it is very important for all of us right now to have that innovation and creativity and boldness within us. Just to promote that, we are planning to launch one more competition which will revolve around these things too. And to know more, you need to stay tuned. So we will definitely come back with more competitions like that.
That's where sustainability comes in, actually, right? Like, if the jobs are not going to exist in the next 5 years or a decade or two, then definitely we need to build more opportunities for the coming generations and the population boom that is happening all around the world.
Correct, exactly.
This is the last question of our series. So, what will be your message for our viewers, the young entrepreneurs, the leaders, and the enthusiasts?
So, like, I would like to give three messages, maybe. Okay. One is, do not repeat the mistake that I did. Do not look at yourself with the lens of society. You need to trust yourself and you need to believe that you can do whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah.
So believe in yourself. That is first. Second, always remember that IQ is always lesser than your hunger to learn and curiosity, which means that no matter whether you are a brilliant person, topper, or not, as long as you're curious and willing to learn, you can beat everyone around you. That will help you to strengthen first too. Believe in yourself. Okay. And third thing which I would like to give as a message is that, or like, it is just making our journey easier. It is a shortcut trip or a trick or tip. So we all of us have our GPS within us, which stands for our goals, passions, and struggle. Okay. And we know that GPS really helps to reach out to our destination quickly, right?
Yeah.
Way one, way two, way three, we know how to reach out. So it is important for us to recognize our GPS and activate it. When you activate your GPS, your S for struggle changed from struggles to S for strength, and which leads to S for success too. So you have GPS, goals, passion, struggles. Once you know what it is, once you know you can activate it, then you will be having your activated GPS, which is goals, passions, and strength, which will ultimately lead to success. So all you need to do is try figuring it out your GPS. So these are the three things that I would like to, pass on to everyone hearing it out.
Here, here. Everyone should listen to this, I would say, because she is one inspirational person. And I'm quite inspired by her throughout this entire conversation. So, yes, thank you, Anushika. So, would you like to go for some rapid fire questions?
Yeah, sure. I'll try my best.
All right. So, the first one is, what's your favorite book?
I don't read a lot of books.
Okay. What's your favorite quote?
So my favorite quote will be, it's not a quote actually, but it is a very intriguing title of a book that I read. It was written by Northeastern's president, and the title says that make your future robot proof. So that is one line or quotation that is really interesting, helps me to always think of how to make myself robot proof.
Okay.
So
So
that really helps.
one word that describes Global Shala the best.
Opportunities.
How do you spend your day?
It's like, do you want me to go through the whole schedule of how I work, or few things,
Just
or
say,
what?
just say working, maybe, or
Yeah,
enjoying work.
working and relaxing. That's all.
All right. So what do you do when you're not working?
I try to connect back with my friends, my team on not work front. And I really like to just think of what else is possible. And I'm really comfortable with my innovation space. So that is what I would like to do when I'm not working.
That's also very inspirational. She's working when she's not working. That's wonderful, Anushika. That was nice talking to you. We are at the end of our interview. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you, Radhika.